Hello everyone. If you watch my actual usual content revolving around little diecast cars and stuff like that, I very often pull out these small flashlights to look at the interior to see if they have like seat belts and instrument clusters and all that stuff. So I reviewed this one. I think this is the GT Nano by Lumentop, and this is a great one because it has a ramping function, so you can go brighter and vice versa, dimmer, but it's very slow in that function. I wish it was just like maybe a dial, or I don't know. I just wish it ramped faster. I bought this one thinking because the low lumen level it would be helpful, but I haven't used it too much. This is the On the Road OTR Lite M4 Turbo. Nice and small, but for some reason my favorite one still is this Nightcore. I never bothered to review this, but it's called the Tiny 2, and it has several light stages, and it tells you, 15, 65, 200, and 1 lumen. What's missing for model reviews is like a 7. I think a 7 or a 10 lumen might be perfect for what I'm trying to look into. But this is still my favorite one because it is nice and light and it's easily adjustable quickly, right? Alright. But then I was looking at some other flashlights and I ordered them, so there'll still be other flashlights coming to review. But I thought maybe I'll just get one of these things. This is like a photography fill light. It's meant to slap on top of your camera, or if you're like a YouTuber that actually shows your face, this will help brighten things up and whatnot. So there's a standard one, I bought the cheaper one, and then there's an RGB one if you want to change to different colors. It came in a padded envelope, but it's kind of crushed, right? So this particular one here, I think, well, this LEDs, 120 degrees of casting, okay, and then the specs, well, it's not this one, it's this one. Weight's 92 grams, and you can change the color temperature and the brightness, which is what I was looking for, the ability to quickly change how bright it is. Okay, there are instructions in here. Maybe I'll just open this. Oh boy, that's a lot. You can pause. We already saw those specs. Function, name, charging port. Okay, so you do have the camera threaded receptacle or whatnot to thread onto those camera bolts. Okay. Right. A warranty I'll never use. Oh, that fell out. Yeah, so this is actually kind of smart. It has a rubber washer or something to keep that thing from getting loose. I really wish cameras just had standard metric threads instead of this weird funky size that they use, but I guess the standard set. There's some notches in here. Okay. So I guess that helps keep it, in place. This clip, wow, that's actually a pretty strong clip. Takes a lot of force. I almost feel like they could have had more plastic to have more leverage, but and then it's smart again. There's rubber inside of this clip and it's actually textured. So ideally, you can clip it to maybe something smooth like this screwdriver. Yeah, I don't know. Better than nothing, I suppose. And then you have this plastic handle here. Alright, so we have a Type-C charge cable. And then wet dry stuff. Oh, and a magnetic plate. Yeah, this is actually, well, that's kind of convenient, right? It's magnetized back here and it tells you so. So don't put this on top of your memory card or anything like that, or your credit card. Alright, so it tells you the size of the battery, and then it's got some safety approvals. Hopefully it won't just spontaneously catch on fire. There's that brass insert there. Just some styling ridges, and then the controls. There's a button here, and then dim, it's nicely labeled, and CCT. I don't know what that is. Maybe you could leave a comment, or maybe I'll figure it out later. Let's see if it's got some power. Well, it's not that way. Let me hold it. Well, alright, so you gotta hold it on, not click it off. You probably have to hold it to click it off. So it's like a 2-3 second hold, I guess. Alright. So now I'm gonna dim it. You know what, hold on a sec, I'm gonna change the camera. So I just had this ball thing. What I like about this one is it has two sides instead of just, usually there's only one cutout here, but you can obviously save time if it has two cutouts. The handle though is kind of small, but anyways, let's just get that looking at that black monitor, and I'll turn it on. I have to assume CTC must mean color temperature. So you can, it's quite a warm temperature right now. Oh wow, and now it's quite white, but it turned purple a little bit. You know what, let me put this piece of paper here so that'll help us see the color change. Granted, my camera tends to change the color of things. So this is, I guess, cold white, and then that's full warm. What's nice is you can change the color very fast. I'm going to try 1, 2. In 2 complete strokes is the whole color change. Or you just take one whole finger, roll it up and down. Here, I'm going to roll it down. Maybe half a finger, it changed the entire color range. So that's nice and quick. But for me, I'm just going to always probably have it at the whitest. Now I assume the other side, the dimming, is probably similar in its function. So oddly, going upwards dims it, and then going down brightens it. I feel like it would make more sense to go the other way around, but I guess you'll memorize that fast enough. So now that's kind of dim, so I'm going to turn the light off and we'll see what happens in the dark. Okay, so this is full dim, and then I'm going to full bright. So dim is quite dim. We'll have to see how it works with my model cars in a moment. So that's full bright, and I'll do the color change again. So that's full warm light, full cold light. So I'm reading the instructions. So it's 2500 to 9000 Kelvin. I think so. This must be 9000 Kelvin, right? I think it's lower, is more yellow, but I might be mistaken. Leave a comment if I'm wrong. So I figured it makes sense if I actually show you the front side. So this is full bright. My phone is adjusting for it. But you can definitely see with the color change, it's a different set of LEDs entirely. So interesting. I wonder what happens with the RGB one if there's 3 different. I would theoretically have to have a red, green, and blue, right? Or would it also have a white one as well? I don't know. I'm not gonna buy it. Okay, well anyways, so this is a ball vise by U-Star. Use it for making small models. I'm gonna try to use it to start reviewing these little miniature cars. I did have to add this tape though because it's very slick, aluminum on aluminum. But what I'm thinking is if I have the tape there, when I tilt this thing, the model won't just fall to the. See, it goes to a certain point. I'm gonna have to add some more rubber tape or something, but we'll have to see if this works out. And then I also have some standoffs that I put in here with some heat shrink around them so it doesn't scratch up my bases. But what I'm missing right now is this is a little bit too short. I need it to be around that height, I think. Or, well, let's just try it out here. So I'm going to pop this in this mount, and this is a black interior, which is always difficult to see. It's also inside of a case. So you see, that's very dark inside. So now I'm going to adjust the brightness of this thing. Okay. It does flood. Let me maybe get a different model, because this glare of this case isn't good. So here we have a model with a black interior. It's very difficult to see inside because the windows are so shallow. And you'd think it'd be easy to get the light inside with, something held in your hand like one of these mini flashlights, but it's actually hard to get the direction down. That's why I thought the floodlight would be better. So I have the floodlight over here on the right side. Let's turn this thing on. Okay. Full brightness. And from this side, I don't think it's actually helping. No, it's still... I think it's because the light needs to be maybe coming from a certain angle. Or, let me try it from this side. Oh, this seems to be better. So the light's still on the right side, as you can see, but I'm looking from the left side. So now you can see the light getting in there. If I go brighter, now I can see... Well, unfortunately the LED above us has a lot of light to it, so I have to overpower it with this side light. So the whole, video gets kind of milky white because this is a floodlight, but I do feel like it's helping see the interior, because see, without the light at all, or on low setting, it's like that. But you can't really see what's going on at below that steering wheel. But now, maybe... I don't know if there's any gas pedals on this. Tough to say if this is going to work or not. I have to build a better fixture to have the light a certain distance from this model. Maybe I'll get a boom and hang it upside down, so then it could come in like this. But it's going to take some experimentation. I'm sure many of you guys don't care whatsoever about these little cars, so I'm going to put this on a tripod and we'll just look at some normal stuff. So we're in a pitch black room. I'm going to turn it on. Alright, it's at the low setting. And there we go, nice and fast. There we have a black cat. So you can see it quite well. And then if you want to change the color again, nice and fast. Going back to dim. So it's actually quite convenient. Also, this thing is magnetic, so you could just slap it on something with some sort of iron in it, regular steel or something like that. Not much else to talk about, I guess. I'm just gonna have to try to experiment around mounting it near that ball vise and see if I can review the little cars better. That's a whole cabinet of them right there. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next random product review. Bye.